Damn, that sounded awful. Alright, I'll try not to touch the mic like that again. I was just starting the stream up, see if we can get some people in here. Let's just focus on the weekly watch list levels that we had set. So one of my top watches this week, next week, going into this month really, is going to be Fubo. I like them being undervalued like this. But I also like these candles here that I'm getting, and we had this huge excitement in volume, big move up in volume that last week, so that's big. But that moved Fubo to the top 3 and the most active options chain. I almost said most active. That one, and then PLTR. PLTR's in the top. It's like number 6 or number 7. They're in the top 10 though of options activity, but they have a nice falling wedge here, going to a nice support. So that's going to be really big for PLTR going into the next couple days. So PLTR and Fubo are definitely my top 2 watches this next coming week and a half, 2 weeks. I do not have Microsoft or BABA on my watches, but they are 2 stocks that I kind of always throw into my little, always kind of check. Like BABA, not as much, but Microsoft, I'll always check regardless. If you're watching the stock market, you have to watch the top tech stocks. Microsoft, all those good stocks. Let's see, here's some levels on Microsoft. So if you're going to day trade Microsoft today, because of course you see here on the daily time frame, we're at all-time highs. So you're not going to be able to just play whatever you want. But what you can do though, is mark that pre-market high, mark your previous day high, mark about there, because you had a good push up, support, move up, as well as that level there. So you have a couple good levels there right now, and right now you still have a lot of time. You have almost an hour of price history to happen here before the market opens. So just kind of look out for what happens here on the levels there. We'll come back to that though. Abdullah, if you remind me. So like Apple's got a pretty similar pre-market. See, Microsoft was still coming down a little bit, but Apple's got this like steady levels here. But yeah, top watches this week: Fubo, PLTR. Today I'm gonna probably look at Zoom, Facebook, a couple of the stocks I looked at yesterday. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being in the Discord. Glad to have you both places. So let's get a couple levels going. Oh, I already had this charted. Let's start over, just for the fun. Well, that fits up perfectly. The support of this buyer from the low of here, which is good because you had lowering sellers for about 5 days. But then you had a buyer support catch, and then like right as that level is there, it's the same resistance as this little range we have right here. So I'm going to zoom in on that. Let's go check that out. Oh, wait. I didn't even get it all. Let's mark that resistance because I want to have another level after we break up. That resistance. Let's mark that support because there's a good support there. And then that resistance, that's now support. Yeah, so later on in the pre-market, we'll check Zoom again. This is way too early to be marking up levels. I just want to get the stream started up and warmed up for anybody. But again, going back to those 2 stock that I'm watching for swings, definitely PLTR and Fubo. Oh, I didn't check out BABA for you. My bad. We just checked out Microsoft. As you can see, I have most everything charted already. It's just some stuff I have to kind of remind myself what I was even looking at. A lot of the time, I'll go back and I'll mark my recent trends, any major trend lines, and then, of course, my emerging and gap ranges on the daily time frame. So that's why you see all these purple lines every time I go to another chart. I already have most of my watch list charted. As you can see, I have a ton of watch lists here. I go through all these. is going to be another steady watch this week too. We saw it go up pretty strong with the airlines. That was normal. Saw retracement to a level we were already aware of too, so that's amazing. If you mark your resistance here and here, you get your supports from the previous move, so you can zoom in on that now. You can zoom in and mark your other emerging candles from the previous move, and now you have a good range on what can happen. Actually, this line's a little off. Same with this one. And then we can mark this resistance. Alright, so we got a bunch of really good levels in this, but I really like this candle here. I like this candle. We were coming down after we came back up with lowering sellers. So we had lowering sellers, and now we had rising buyers after we're coming back up. So price isn't all the way back up. Now let's zoom in on how price is looking right now, and it isn't completely back up from here. So what I'm going to be doing today is watching BA above previous day high. So above 252.34 is going to look really, really, really good on them. If you want to get in for a good scalping level, this is going to go ahead and be a good level. 251.25 is what I'd go ahead and mark up. This is going to be a really good break above for Boeing. As well, honestly, I don't even know why I keep saying just one side. Really, both sides is looking good. This is how I'd play Boeing. At your break above, at your break below, this could be your first target, or it can be your first entry. Depends on how you want to play it. But this is going to be where the bigger breakout happens. So watch this on Boeing today. This is going to be a really, really good play. You'll see me probably stream that one today. Facebook, this is another one I had on watch from the stream yesterday. Or not from the stream, from the Watchlist review, or Watchlist. Let's mark that. Alright, that looks perfect. So we got good resistance here. That's going to be a good break above. And then we have good resistance here that was turned support. That's going to be a good break below. So we got a good break above and a good break below on Facebook here. And this is one of my favorite day trading stocks just because it gives plays every single week. That's probably going to be the major target, but we'll throw a target in between. So nah, probably not that one. Probably about right there because that's the support. So yeah, 307.50s, then we'll do 306.30s, and then 304 for targets for break below on Facebook. And then above, we have a couple targets we can use, and then of course some psychological targets in between if we need anything extra. But yeah, that should cover us on both Boeing and Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and try and type those up a little bit. If I get quiet, it's because I'm typing. I'm sorry. Alright, so for Facebook. Target prices, we got, let's do 315, 316, 25. I tried this as the high. I don't know why I was thinking otherwise. 316, 25, and then we can do 317, 318. Below, what did we decide on? We decided on 309.80s, and this will change, of course, if we go back through our. Let's just say 309.75. This will change, of course, too, if we go back and all of this is moved, which that's happened many times, so there wouldn't be a first time. But what I mean by that is, like, if the market, like, last 10, 15 minutes or last 30 minutes moves, like, you know, up or down in a really big way, that'll of course change everything that we're doing right now. So 307.55. $304. All right, that's it for Facebook. Let's go back to Boeing, and I'm just typing these out right now. Of course, these might change, just like I said. And thank you guys if you guys are here early. This isn't like a official yet. You know, we're not done charting or anything. I'm just kind of getting things ready and kind of just seeing what time I should start these and stuff. Because I can do it an hour before, I can do it 45 minutes before. It doesn't matter to me. Just see what everyone wants. I'm just going to say above the better level on Boeing here. 252.35. Target prices are going to be... Already marked all that? Okay. Just making sure. Just kind of looking at extra levels, not trying to rush myself or anything today. I see a good support, resistance, and then over here on the right, without even looking, it was a good support and resistance, so that's going to be a solid level. And then in between, we're going to have to find something here, yeah, about like that. 253, I'll just say 75. Then I'll say 255. I'm gonna put 259.55 on the last target for the break above on Boeing today, but I'm just doing it as a joke because I highly doubt it can go through all that. I mean, we've seen it do that before, but I don't think it's happening today. And then what did we decide on for puts? Let's decide on whatever this low is. 250. Hey, you're good, Mythin. No problem. You're not late. It's not really an early or a late on this. Still kind of just picking and choosing what we're looking at. But now that we have a little more people in here, if you guys could definitely leave a like on this video, that would definitely help. I'm trying to do more of these, but let's look at 2 of my top watches for the week for swing trades. Just real quick, just because we have more people in here now. I want to get people on these swing trades. Me and Chef have been killing it. You know, there's a couple losses mixed in here and there, but we've been killing it so far on the win rate. But here on Fubo, pick up here, and it's also been added to the most active options. It's like top 2 right now with Apple and Tesla, top 3. And then PLTR top 10 is like ranked 6 or 7 on most active options. But again, looking for some more rising buyers out of this falling wedge at a very good Fibonacci level 2. And I'm on the weekly time frame for both, so that's looking good for both. Let's kind of look at futures, what they're doing now. Covered futures in the video yesterday if you want to go check that out. Okay, so we're kind of doing what we said. We're not expecting huge moves instantly. What we're kind of expecting this week is either short-term red or short-term sideways to end the week green. Just based off of the daily time frames, you could see we've had a couple runs in a row now with lowering volume. Just until this recent day, we had rising volume. So I'm not saying we're going to die back down below this trend line or fly to new all-time highs parabolically to 5,000 on SPY futures. I'm just saying if you are to see right side movement or downward movement with lowering sellers or any kind of sellers to this trend line, that would be okay. You know, that's not like worst case scenario. We're not all dying at that point. And then on NASDAQ, it's about the same scenario, except we haven't broken new all-time high on this one yet, so that's why that one's another top watch for tech. Because it wouldn't surprise me to see SPY sit sideways while you see tech run up real quick. Just to see it break new all-time high, not even for a real reason, but we'll have to see today and across this week and next week what happens with tech and SPY. But those are 2 that you need to keep watching always. But let's go back to typing about Boeing. Alright, so target price is below. That seems to be a really good spot. Say 248.75. $248.75. And let's see what's the one in between here we can choose. I don't want to make up anything. Oh, there's a good resistance right there. $247.50. It looks like that 245.30 though is strong. All right, so we'll go with that. That'd be perfect too for Facebook and Boeing. All right, so let's see. I trade with TOS as well, Kevin. I have like a few accounts in here. There's like 2 accounts I don't even really use. One long-term account, and then there's my trading account for this, for options. So it's just mixed into all. We could always ask Dylan for some Amazon levels, or we could check them out for ourselves. Let's start over on Amazon here. Let's go through the TA routine with everybody. Start on the weekly and get our range. So we always get our range, we always get our high. So there's a good resistance right there on the weekly. And we have a very strong support there below. Go down to the daily, zoom in. Now we can mark other important resistances that are emerging candles. So I like that one because we got an emerging move here and here and here. Let's mark that one. Let's mark that one. Let's mark the all-time high run. Good gap range, good resistance. Got that resistance. All right, so we have pretty much every level we need already on the right side from the old all-time highs. So we have plenty of levels above us to worry about if Amazon is to run today. Now let's focus on closer price action. So right here, 33.72.25. That is going to be the level to play. It's actually 0.20, but whatever. So above that for Amazon is going to be a big move. Looks like a very, very potential big move here on Amazon. There's a $25 move, $28 move waiting right there. So if you want to catch at least half of that, you can put your mark right in the middle. So let's aim for 33.80, 33.85 for a good first target. If you're playing this initial move, if you're playing after that, play to that 3400. That 3400 is going to be a very, very strong target. So let me go ahead and mark that on the list while we're sitting here. Can anybody tell me what level I'm going to use for my break below? Let's just say above 33.75 for calls. All right, now pre-market low is 33.56. It's about $10 down to this level, which that level is very, very important daily emergent candle. So let's focus on this. That isn't a bad level though, right here. So technically there's a good $8.5 move right here that you could scout for puts, but I think if it's with Amazon, I would just wait to just scalp this level. I would just wait, hit this level here, which we'll go ahead and mark some psychological levels. So 33.40 would be good. That's a $6 move. 33.35. It's another $5 for 11, 30, 20. So you have a bunch of really good levels there that you can go off of. I'll probably mark that one instead. So that'll probably be the targets for below. Below. Target. All right, so we got Facebook, BA, Amazon. Are there any stocks anybody here would want me to look at for the stock watch list? Because I already have 3 posted. I'll show you guys. So I haven't just been sitting here pretending to type. There are actually things typed. Facebook, Boeing, Amazon. These are 3 stocks I can give you week-to-week plays just about every single week. Starbucks. We were just talking about that one last week. Yeah, because I like that we played puts on them, but I also liked where they stopped. They came down with the wick, but they ended that day blue. That was the craziest part. Which I have this line marked because that's 50% of this high and low of this candle, which is of that breakout. So that means that buyers are still holding above the 50% control mark of this move, which is very, very crucial. So Starbucks, I guess, is not looking bad at all. As you could see, this is that line I just marked. Perfectly pushed. We played puts, sold here on this move down here. I think I sold on this candle, actually. I just sold right at open. I think some people end up selling in between this chop. But as you can see, price came back up, held support, pushed back up, and as you can see, PreMarket is still sitting above that range. So that's very, very crucial for that one. I can recover Fubo and PLTR again. Hold up. Mythin said NVIDIA first. Which I don't know if I'll add NVIDIA to the list just because I've already kind of added a couple other tickers of this size and caliber. Let's just chart it for fun. So we got our good range here. Let's get another bit of couple of resistances here. Whoops. Zoom in on that. Alright, so I like where NVIDIA is sitting. Again, it's another tech stock with lowering buyers, but that hasn't really done anything yet. So probably looking for a short-term retracement or something sideways on this. I can't see it having another breakout day, but wouldn't surprise me, guys. It is NVIDIA, so let's mark. That's probably my breakout level, to be honest with you, Mythin, just because that's the previous day high. It's a good extended hours high, and it's above the pre-market range. So 576 is going to be the best breakout on NVIDIA for the above side. And you could play pre-market low, but I'd probably just wait because it looks like it's already going to try and come test that. All right, so green trades, you said Fubo. Were you here a second ago when I was covering them? Because I have both big time frame levels in them and small time frame, as you can see. Here's small time frame, and then on our big time frame, we're looking for a good pick back up. I genuinely think this is going back up to at least here. So even if it is only a good short-term play, it's a good short-term play. PLTR, same thing. I think it'll break out of this falling wedge pretty soon. And on the smaller time frame, it looks good too. So looking at that for today, if you want to look at those for the future. Why did I choose 313.35 breakout for Facebook? I think you can go back in the recording, but if you want me to show you. All right, so we already had our resistance here marked to get our range, which is now support. Well, not entirely yet. Price hasn't come back down and done that 80% retest to give us 100% control, but it is still looking good, the fact that we're holding it above the 50% mark of this big candle here. But 313, I'm sorry, is a previous day level that is very, very crucial. I think I actually messed it up a little bit. It's supposed to be above this level here. Oh, that's why I moved it, because I came down and I saw that it was not 100% above that 3-bar play. So this 3-bar play is why I was marking that. But it's above the pre-market high. It's above the other extended hours. It's above pre-market. So I really like 313.30s for it. And we played from this level before. Before we did the stream, this was a purple line. I had to delete it, and I wanted to re-show everyone, so I'm not just making things up. I didn't add to the list for like any day trading for Fubo or PLTR because they were mainly swing trading watch lists. But like these levels right here in front of you, if you want to play these, you definitely can. Play that PML. I don't think I'd short Fubo or PLTR depending where considering where they are on their bigger time frames. But if you want to play above the pre-market high, this level here, this isn't even just pre-market high. Pre-market high is a little bit lower. This level here for Fubo in particular, 2360s, is very, very important. As you can see, it is a very crucial emerging candle, support before price push back up, and a support before price push back up again, and it's been a retest. So if price gets above 2360s on Fubo, that's pretty much long gone. So yeah, maybe we'll add that. Green trades. I'll add that right now. Let me move this back over. I wasn't going to add it for day trading, but we can definitely do that. Looking above 2360s for calls. Depending how day goes, we will look for a swing trade opportunity. So we got Fubo in there, no problem. Yes, I'm a bodies over the top of wicks just because it's more of the meat of the bone. You know, when you're marking that body, you're getting the meat of the bone. When you're marking the wick, you are getting the true level. See, like, this is still notable. You know, if I ever see this breakout happen, and I, for some reason, I'm watching the bid ask, and I see it, like, you know, kind of pausing. I don't see a single buyer go over 23 or 25.35. Then I am going to be like, okay, what the hell? You know, it's probably a fake out. But that is still notable. But the most important spot is right here. You know, so this is where you're looking to enter for breakout. But this is still notable. So it's not like just pretend it's not there. You know, it isn't just going to go away. But it's just how I chart. More important to mark the meat of the bone, in my opinion. Booyaka. Are you serious, Jason? DE and MCD got price upgrades. Well, good thing we're in only one of those. So just making sure I didn't forget anybody. PLTR over 25. I think we covered that. So it's here on PLTR. So what the analysis is the following wedge, the bigger time frame, value zone, Fibonacci 61.8% line. And what that means is from this run, prices retraced 61.8% of this move from here to here right now. So that's a really, really good spot. As you can see, I have green, blue, green marked for this little range here. That's because this is where a very big percentage of stocks retrace. It is not impossible for stocks to do 100% retracement. That's actually very normal. A lot of people see that and think, you know, okay, bearish again. But that's actually very normal to see wherever price breaks out from, test it again, just because that's how you 100% test someone has control of something. But as you can see, we also have lowering volume since that seller breakout. And ever since then, we've been in a squeeze, so that's kind of why my eyes are big on PLTR. But the level that we're really watching above on PLTR is really about right here. This level, because you have a good support where buyers and sellers held before pushing back up. So that's where we're going to look for resistance above. Which I think on the bigger time frame, that's about the level we're already above. I think that's this level, 2450s. So we're already above that level. So PLTR is already looking good for entry. You're just kind of needing to see, you know, how does this open up and go down? Does it go down here and hold? That's what you're wanting to see. So look for that on PLTR. And those are two good tickers most people can play. Let's go look at our airlines. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post that as our list. But if you guys want to go ahead and send me as many tickers as you want, feel free to. We've charted way more than 4 tickers, but there's only 4 tickers on the watch list. But that's just because I want to focus on better tickers for the chat, you know. If you're in the stream, of course, you're going to get to see a lot more than someone who didn't. So there's that. Let's send that over to Homeboy. There he is. All right, let's see. Yep, looking good. All right, let's look at airlines now. Now that the watch list is posted, we could forget about it. Are there any? And if there's any tickers you guys want me to look at real quick before we go, let me know, because I'm gonna go before 8:10. So we got about 9 minutes. But if you guys want to come check out some live trading, live stream trading, calling out levels from the list that you just saw me chart live, then come join our Discord. We're all in there. We're going to be very talkative. Got a couple dudes in there like Steven, me, John, a couple other dudes who all call out a couple stock, call out the levels that we cover every morning. It's just a big, fun, active, engaging community. Let's see here on airlines. So airlines are in another crucial spot, kind of like the other stocks I was just covering, where they're like at kind of value buy. So they're not necessarily at a value buy, but they are at a very good, what was a resistance trying to turn support. You know, I was just saying how price goes up, then comes down to hold 100% control. That's what you're seeing right now on airlines. As you can see, price failed to hold here, coming back down. Price came back up. Now you're trying to see it hold here again. And it looks like it's trying to. You can see there's weakness. As price is trying to sit there, so we'll have to see where airlines end up sitting at the end of this week. But I'm looking for them for a good revamp pretty soon. AAL, DAL, SAVE, these are all tickers a lot of people can play no matter what size account you have. Yeah, I went from S&P 4.1 to NASDAQ 14K. We're switching ships here again. We didn't quite do it yet, though. Let's see. But yeah, guys, feel free to leave a like if you're still in the stream. We're going to be ending here in about 7 minutes, just kind of going through a couple more things before I go. Make sure to be in the Discord if you're in there. But a big thing too is if you didn't get a chance to catch everything on the stream today, you can always go back. It'll I think you can go back on it right now, but it'll be up on the channel later on. I think it self-uploads, so that'll be a good thing to watch. And Beyond's in a really good range. That could have been another one on the watch list. I might add that real quick. Let's start over. Actually, let's just cheat into the BB system. Yesterday low, yesterday high. Bam, done. 132.80 for calls. Target price 134. We can add more later. We're just putting these on here now. $130. Let's see what's outside of 130. Had our squeeze there. Let's focus in on this. Very strong resistance at 143. Oh my god, wow, look how close that was in our line. What did I do? Wow, okay, so the level I marked for previous day high ended up also being a very, very good level I marked. So when you zoom in on a smaller time frame, they're like stacked on top of each other just about. That's pretty cool. Alright, Beyond levels are posted. Had to post those last. Didn't mean to miss Beyond. Didn't realize it had such a tight pre-market. I like when you see a pre-market that's up and then in a tight range, because then you can play it within the previous day levels. as well as playing it outside of the bigger time frame levels. So I think that'll be it for the stream. If you guys were here to catch... Oh, sorry. I'm seeing messages now. Tesla. Should I be freaking out? Look at that. I already had it charted. And the only thing I changed... actually, I didn't even touch anything. If you look at this... Look, I have all this marked from like a couple days ago. This is just BB system on a couple different days on Tesla. I zoom on over. Being utilized still. Which just shows you how price actions should line up. So let's do the same thing we did on Beyond. Pre-market high, pre-market low, previous day high, previous day low. So we have 4 levels before the day's even begun. Let's go to the daily. Zoom in. Let's mark some of these levels here. Emerging candles. So we got our range already. There's another one here. Alright, so we got our level we need now. Just about. Got a good resistance there. Got a good support right there. Which I can just delete this now. Alright, yeah, so that's what I'd plan on Tesla. I'd wait for these to get broken above. To be honest, this already looks like a goodbye the dip, but Tesla is famous for doing this. You could see it come all the way down just to fill this gap. It'll come down and then probably bounce up, and you'll see it range trade, so it won't look like that good on the daily time frame, but that'll look really good. When do I employ the BB system? Every day on any stock, whenever I can, for day trading. It's not even if it's in range or not. Mark it whenever. Mark it no matter what. I always, no matter what strategies I teach people, booyaka, you know, I might start on this daily time frame and you see me mark all these levels first, but I'm just further giving myself more confidence because now I can zoom into a smaller time frame, mark my pre-market system, mark my previous day system, all this good stuff together, and I have a bunch of levels without even trying. See, I don't have to mark any more levels now. So every single day is when you should do it. On every single stock is when you should do it. Even if you're not doing it for a day trade. Let's say I'm in a Tesla swing, right? And I want to see the strength of the open to see if I'm going to hold longer or not. Do you think you're going to hold if you see price breaking below pre-market low going to fill this gap? No, you're probably going to take profit and reevaluate and wait for re-entry. That'd be smart. And then 2, it's really good for day trades. That is what it's for. The BB system is the day trading strategy, but I mean it like that because when you day trade with this system, it gives you good targets, but also it helps you because you're not just using just this, you know, so you got to the bigger time frame. You can utilize whatever indicators you're used to, whatever other strategies you're used to using. You can still throw the BB system on it. If anything, it just makes whatever you're doing better or more high probability. I won't say better because you still have to be the person pulling the trigger, of course, but this gives you better high probability plays. So aim for that. But yeah, guys, see me in the Discord. I'm going to go there now. But yeah, see you guys in a minute. Thank you guys for being here in the stream. I'll be trying to do this every single day. It won't be an everyday thing. Possibly some Fridays I won't do it, but I'll definitely try and keep doing these more. These are a lot of fun. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. If you didn't already, please like the video or stream, whatever this is. And then also please go back to the beginning and rewatch some of it if you didn't catch it all. You know, there's really good tips in here along the way, so make sure to catch all that. But I'll see you guys in the Discord chat.